in Kitchener to 174 King. That's
House of Friendship, yeah.
House of Friendship, yeah. So they are moving, though, we have heard. They're moving to Cambridge.
Yeah.
So definitely like a program that if you're struggling, worth looking into and considering. I mean, there's lots of programs out there. Unfortunately, I think sometimes it's really tough to access those resources if you're struggling. And that's why we always encourage people, you know, like just from the experiences that we have, that's why we really want people to talk to us, reach out to us, message us, look for us, whatever it is, because maybe there's something, maybe there's a direction that we can sort of help steer you towards.
And that's what I wanted to kind of talk about this hour is, so like, how can I get real right now? So what would you, as somebody that doesn't know, ask me a question about what happens? Or is that, because that's what I told everybody. I said, we're going to get real.
Yeah. I think maybe I could just talk about a little, and you can certainly run away with that because I'm sure I won't paint the picture as well as you will. But I know one of the things that we've talked about that I think the fact that we communicate so well and we express ourselves so well, and we talk about how we're feeling, and we're like painting that picture as clear as day. We're setting up our boundaries. We're doing that with one another. I mean, sometimes it's a bit of a process to get there, but but I think I always find it interesting when you say to me that, you know, those were not part of your vocabulary before rehab. And that story that you tell me about that coat that you had to wear with the feelings.
Oh.
That was like, every time I hear that story, I cringe a little bit at how mortifying that could be for so many people. But I feel like significant growth happened for you out of that experience.
Well, okay. So, and that's part of, you know, think about that. So open-mindedness and willingness. Mm-hmm. Right? So my counselor at the time said, I'm suggesting, why don't you go get a coat and then write down all your feelings or anything that you're struggling with, and on that coat, and then you have to wear that coat around wherever you. So I had to walk through the city to get down to my AA meeting and everything with this coat on. I wore it all day long, and but what it did is people asked me, right? Mm-hmm. People asked me the questions, "What's this?" And then I could tell them, you know, this is what I feel. These are my struggles. This is what I'm struggling with today. Mm-hmm. Or not just today. Like, this is what I struggle with. This is my struggle. Mm-hmm. So, self-esteem was a huge one. Mm-hmm. You know, anxiety, all these things. Self-talk is brutal. So, that's one thing that I did in rehab. But, I mean, also a big thing is just opening up and talking. Mm-hmm. I never did that, especially introvert. And that's another thing I found out about myself. I didn't know what that was. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm not unique. I think a lot of people don't know really how to identify feelings. You say boundaries, because I find it interesting when you say, oh, I have never really heard that, especially from a dude before you started talking to me.